Short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Flush to his right. Over the middle to Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a gain of 5. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Wentz now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And now running right through it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. The 20. 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He's got it to West on the dump off. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and goal, Taylor forced out to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hang in there now. Shorty.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. they bring down Wentz on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback, and when he delivers the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Straight 15.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
82.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Play action, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Here we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Wentz now on 1st down. A dump off to Smallwood. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll throw on first down to Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
All right, partner, this rugged. Show my age, because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra. Try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. final play of the half. It's Taylor. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
81. There we go. 280. Shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Jones. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play. Right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll run again here with West. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Leave 5-3, leave 5-3.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They get it to him running left. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back now in Tampa. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Oh. Here we go. Ready? Run.
Wentz to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, a run with Smallwood. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Again, it's Smallwood. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough to fight.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Throwing now is Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10.
Slow.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 20.
They run again with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Back. 180. I'm bringing it to you. Check.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Here's Jackson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He finds some open field here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Slow.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to sneak with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Taylor. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll sneak it with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is... And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
And you really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tampa Bay, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my I'm willing to fall to my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, how to give them my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All the wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Now, look at me, I'm the captain now. I've been coaching this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line of abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I'm usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting our time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. More, look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get it in all different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
Oh. like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my head stone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my head stone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my head stone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head stone. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now, no reason to doubt. It's clear to see, all eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my head stone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my head stone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my head stone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already there. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death, forever taking that. 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, forever taking that. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already there. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breeze and all the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had 6 phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission. I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze. What is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be coolin' out in the whip, but I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA, just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flop. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the flop. On the app.
Any money in company? No, baby. I don't need no the company.
You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this fro. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the not the crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bag. Someone send them. Well, opposition, they move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see the acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Bezel, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she modeled Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet him a bite, now listen no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Internet baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lame hacks for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tigers. What we gon' have? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave blade thicker than a snicker bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag.
Hey boys, coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's gotta be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, silver, booger bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse dipping, I rated. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream, I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out to Vegas. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I hear it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss. I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures in the pantyhose.
Over here, empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might frisk me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Chill. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Chats and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, that sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring the. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with that. It's times three. This how it go.
Park $1 million at the we gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up, eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than PJ. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, got a Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Cats and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man. Delete her. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game. Had to ice the game. So much ice. Too much. Had to ice the lane. Freeze the dud. Freeze. Had to freeze the lane. Freeze. Camera phone.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes maybe a free play. And they drop it for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This is only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now for Marshawn Lynch, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely... forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Raider 1. 808.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Anthony Hitchens coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So that'll back him up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build. And now look at him go. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after here coming up. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shalik Calhoun able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ready! Blue 45! Blue 45!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Ready! Green 90! Green 90! Slow!
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now, 185. 18, we're good. Hey, 734. 29. 24.
On play action, it's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
808. 637.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
34.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
93. Now, 180.
Now a play fake. Carr. On the crossing route, complete. It's Campbell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Mahomes Mahomes now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
First down to run with Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Lynch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Play action. Now it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. He lets it fly from, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
29. Low. Get down.
Off the play fake. Carr. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first, here's Washington. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Carr now to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
29.
Off play action. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear. And
he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Off the play fake. Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
White Monday down.
Back now in the East Bay. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Heavy. 93.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Lynch. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, here we go. Hey, 7:34.
Off play action. Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Off the play fake. Carr. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And some room to roam now. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So they have the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Off play action. Carr. He's going to wind up in there, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Conley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
10 more there and another 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, there in coverage. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run with Lynch, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back to throw. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Richard on the toss. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.